Imagine you're playing a card game and one friend is super competitive, the other one takes very long for every move that they make, and the last person doesn't take the game very serious and is just messing around. If you're anything like me, you probably wouldn't really enjoy playing with any of them. So I thought to myself, what if the same applies to my own life? Lately, I have the feeling that some people don't like me. What if I'm doing certain behaviors that are annoying to other people that I'm not even aware of? So I start talking to people and ask them what exactly annoys them in other people. Lots of people. So many, I even started talking to people on the street.
No? I guess not.
And yeah, even got rejected by some. Which left me with this, a massive list of what people don't like in others. But then I thought, well, that can't be it. If I would only focus on what not to do, it would only lead me to become very inauthentic and insincere. But I was done worrying about being liked. It's a fear that stuck with me for pretty much the last 10 years. And I finally was ready to tackle this problem. If I look at my own self-worth, when I was in a group where people appreciate me and they like me, I was part of it, I felt confident and I felt self-assured. But if I'm in another place, another group, I wasn't really part, I was a bit excluded, I was doubting on myself. Meaning, I made my self-worth dependent on how the people that are currently in my environment think of me. But looking deeper into the need to be liked, I found a book called, well, The Need to Be Liked. And this book mentioned a test that seemed so insightful, I had to try it with some people. What do you see in this picture? 2 elephants?
2 bears giving a high five.
2 bears giving a high five?
Yes.
How cute.
The devil or something?
The devil?
Here.
You see, the picture always stays the same. It's about the interpretation of the people. But if we flip this, and yeah, there's no room for interpretation that I'm not the best drawer. We can see that even though if we are the same person, people have different interpretations of us. And when some people might like that I'm easy to talk with because I talk a lot, others might think, oh gosh, this guy talks too much. The same thing that some people might like about us can be the same thing that some people dislike about us. Nevertheless, I was still worrying about being liked. But when I went through the book a second time, a second metaphor came to my mind. Imagine there's 3 types of people about going to the doctor. And the first person, no matter what happens, oh no, I have a headache, runs to the doctor every single time. Every time there's a little pain point. And this was me. Whenever somebody did not like me or felt rejected, I directly ran to the doctor and tried to find a solution. What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? And imagine a person really runs to the doctor every single time. It would be exhausting, it would break them. It would not really be grounded on reality. But then what some people advise is to, simply stop caring about other people. It does not matter what they think. But if you extend this metaphor, you can see that this is horrible advice. Because don't we all know a person that never goes to the doctor? And don't we all know that it would be better if they would just overcome their ego and just go and accept the help? Which brings us to the third person. And this person knows that some people don't like us. It's normal to feel the pain of rejection. It's still not nice, but just as it's not so nice that we're sick sometimes, they realize that that's just how it is. However, when there's a bigger issue, a lot of people reject them, the friends are different to them, they have a lot of fights with the family, then they think, could there be something going on? They question this, and then they go a step deeper, meaning they only fix a problem when there's something to be fixed. But I still wasn't at the finish line. Something was missing. Which brings us to the final realization of this video. I yesterday watched the movie Soul. Fantastic movie if you haven't watched it already. But what I took away from this movie is that we shouldn't wait for our life to happen before finding our purpose. Because the purpose of life is to live. To appreciate the little things. To have a life that's not measured in the years in our lives, but in the life in our years. And thinking about this purpose of life, I thought to myself, well, the purpose of friendships is not to be liked. The purpose of friendships is to connect with each other, to support each other, to be there for each other. And if some people don't like me, well, if I'm being the type of friend or giving my best to be the type of friend that I would like to have, then it doesn't matter. And coming back to the gaming metaphor, even if I'm a little bit competitive, which I am, if I'm still being the type of player that I will enjoy playing with, then it doesn't matter if some people don't like playing with me. And if you really think you figured out the need to be liked to a large extent, then you can watch this video next, where I summarize the key takeaways from more than 50 books about people skills.